Welcome to Spread Hope. Your health tip for today is one of the easiest, simplest, most effective, and instantaneous health tips I can give you, and it is going to be incredibly beneficial and transformative. Before I tell you what it is, let me talk to you a little bit about our physiology, our nervous system, our autonomic nervous system. So that is the system that controls what I do without me ever having to think about blinking my eyes, moving my arms. We understand a little bit about the nervous system. The most simplest is the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The fight or flight or the rest and digest is how it's been typically referred to. And I always try to quiz my students on this. I'm like, which is more important? To be in the state of running and being chased by a tiger and in your sympathetic state, or is it better to be in the state of chill, let it go, resting? I always try to trick my students to say parasympathetic. You want to be in your resting state. But the truth is, in order to be healthy, vibrant human beings, alive and healthy, doing life, we need to exist in both. So we need to be able to be chased by tigers, chase tigers, fall in love, break our hearts, and also be able to let it go and rest and chill. And if we're just chilling, then we're just sitting on the couch of life and we're depressed, we get sick from lack of movement, and all different types of things can happen if we just exist in that one. But we also know there's a lot of problems if we're constantly being chased by tigers or chasing tigers, which is unfortunately where a lot of us live these days without realizing it. We're constantly in that state by watching the news, by working, by checking on our businesses all the time or our bank accounts. We're constantly living in that underlying state of stress. So my health tip for you today has to do with what we studied on Sunday, which is your vagus nerve, one of the most important nerves that has to do with your parasympathetic state. And one of the things we can do to strengthen that response, to be able to modulate easily and automatically into that state, has to do with our breath, of course. It's a thing that we can't live without more than a few minutes, and yet the breath is a thing we take most for granted. So the breath technique I want to teach you is one that you can pull out of your pocket and do at any moment, and the benefits will be instantaneous. Let's do it together. It's taking a long breath in and a longer breath out. You can even open the mouth in or a sigh in. Do two more with me. In. We say in yoga ayama, stretch it out. So we inhale, stretch it out. And instantly, we feel more peace. We feel at ease. We feel maybe more perspective on what's happening. So I just want to invite all of you to practice this simple technique of breathing. Maybe before you know you're going to do something like make a difficult phone call, or you're just about to look at your bank account or call your banker, or talk to someone that's a difficult conversation, or just knowing that you've been watching the news, or just knowing that you've been stressed, to stop for just 1 minute and do 5 long breaths, 3 long breaths. And notice how it instantaneously changes your body's chemistry. It changes the way your energy feels. It changes the way your mind feels, gives you perspective on what you might do after that. I cannot tell you how important it is that we all become better breathers. But I think part of that is just knowing that it's always available to us, and having that little space in between that we talk about, our Viktor Frankl space in between, to know when we need to pull it out of our pocket and do this long exhale breathing. That is my health tip for today. And if you do it whenever you need it, it's a matter of reminding yourself, it will change the way you feel.